In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a binary options betting bot. Now from this screen, what you need to do is to click on View Stats and open New Bot. This screen is a bit like a calculator. It will give you the stats of what happened with a particular pair over the last 3 days. Now today is the 12th of October, so it's showing you the stats for the 11th of October, the 10th of October and the 9th of October. And at the moment it's on all assets. So you can either choose currencies, cryptocurrencies, commodities or stocks. So I'm going to go to cryptocurrencies. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a budget in. So I'm going to type in here 100. Your budget is what you're prepared to lose if there's no success with the bot. So that means if the bot can't make any winning trades and get you into profit, then it would lose. And if it lost, you're saying I'm prepared to lose a maximum of $100 in this case. So I'm going to now click the filter button. What that does is it filters the last 3 days using the $100 to see whether there is a profit or a loss can be made on a particular day. So if we look across the top here, we have Bitcoin. Now it's saying on the 9th of October, with a budget of $13.16, it actually lost $13.16. So that day, the bot couldn't make a profit. With the next day, the 10th of October, there was a budget of $15.14, and again, the bot could not make a profit. Then yesterday, which was the 11th of October, with a budget of $94.72, the bot actually made a profit of $301.02. So what we're looking for is to try and find 3 days that are all in the green. So now let's scroll down the screen and see if we can find all 3 days that are in the green. Now you may come across a section like this where there's no data at all. What that means is the bot couldn't collect data on that day. It's not broke and you don't need to send in a support ticket. So here I have Bitcoin Cash that's all in the green. There's also Ethereum and Bitcoin that's all in the green. So let's just see if there's any more. There's this one, LTC and Bitcoin, all in the green. But as you can see at the moment, it says asset is manually set to inactive. That means that pocket options are not allowing us to trade in that particular pair. You've got this one, XRN, BTC, that's all in the green. You've got the Zen coin, BTC, all in the green. So we've got a nice bunch of coins here to choose from. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to pocket options and we're going to look at the charts of all of these assets that the bot is saying was in profit the last 3 days. So the first one I'm going to look at is Bitcoin Cash. Once I'm in my pocket options account, you'll see a screen similar to this. Now what you want to do is come to what you've got displayed on the screen at the moment, which is Gridcoin. For me, you may have something completely different, but there's a little arrow there. If you click on that, that will give you this pop-up. Now what we want to do is go to cryptocurrencies, and the first one we want to look at is Bitcoin Cash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the star, okay, and that's going to add it to my top menu. So there we have Bitcoin Cash. Now let's go and have a look at what the next coin was. The next one was Ethereum and BTC. So again, come up to the top here, cryptocurrencies, and I'm looking for Ethereum BTC, and there it is there. So I'm going to click in the star. So that will add that to the top menu. The next one I'm looking for is XMR BTC. So I'm going to come here again, look for XMR BTC. Going to click the star there. All it's doing is loading them all on this top menu bar, and then we're going to have a look at the charts individually. So that's all of our assets. So now let's go back over to pocket options. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at each chart one by one. So first off, I'm going to go to Bitcoin Cash. Now for me, this is not a brilliant chart because all of the candles seem to be below this middle Bollinger Band. Now what I like to look for is the candles that constantly cross through this middle Bollinger Band. So I'm not liking what I see so far on the screen, even though that this chart seems to be settling out of it. So let's look at the next one. This is a much better chart. It's started off earlier. It was below the middle Bollinger Band all the time, but now it's starting to, it's settled down and it's passing through that middle Bollinger Band frequently. So this is not a bad chart, but let's analyse the other charts. Again, this chart looks okay to me because the candles are passing through the middle Bollinger Band. They're constantly passing through. Let's go and look at Monero. Again, this chart is not a great chart. As you can see, it started out on our screen here as bearish, and it's not passing through the middle Bollinger Band that frequent. There's just one candle that passes through there, and another one that's just over here. So again, I'm not going to choose that. So I'm going to eliminate that one. And I'm also going to eliminate Monero. Now coming over to Zencash. Zencash, don't like the chart. As you can see, everything is below this middle Bollinger Band. As I say, I like to see the candles that are constantly flowing up and through the middle Bollinger Band. So I'm going to eliminate Zencash. Then we're going to come to this last one. And again with this one, as you can see, it's a bit of erratic. It's below, then it's had a sharp increase, then it's up, stayed level, and then bang, it shot down again. So I'm going to get rid of that as well. So now we're down to 3 charts. So I'm going to go and look at the charts again. For me, I'm going to get rid of Bitcoin Cash. And now I've got these 2 assets here. So I like both of these charts. So I'm going to choose the XMR. So let's head back over to Zukul. Once I'm back on Zukul, what I want to do is look for the XMR. So now what we need to do is to set these settings up here to see if we can keep these all in the green. I'm not worried with the amount of profit. What I want to do is to see that they're in the green. So the first thing I'm going to look at is the strategy. So as you can see on this day, it was strategy B was the best one. This one was strategy C, and this one was strategy A. Unfortunately, there's no consistency there, so I just have to choose one by one. So I'm going to choose strategy A first. And as you can see, it's thrown this one into a minus. Not that that's a problem, because if you look, it's a minus there, and then it increases to 485, and then it increases to 951. So there's a constant flow of it going upwards. But I would like to see this in green. But if I can't get it in green, I'm not too worried because the other 2 are, as you see. Now, if that red one was at the last day, then I'll definitely stay away from it. Go to strategy B. Now you see we're all in the green. So strategy B looks okay. So let's try C. So it looks like strategy B is the best strategy to use. So I'm going to choose B. Now what I'm going to do is look at the formulas. So all I'm going to do with my formulas is I'm going to go through each one by one. So first off, I'm going to choose 111. We're still in the green. And look at my budget. $2 there, $1 there, $1 there. Still got me a profit. So let's have a look at the next formula. Still got me a profit. Still within my budget of $100. $3, $2.95, $8.44. Try the next formula. Look at that one. 1342, budget of 2511, budget of 1105, budget of 56. That's looking very, very interesting to me. Let's check the next formula. 94 budget 50, 201. So I've gone above my budget now. So I want to go back down to the 131242 because that stays within my $100 budget. The next thing I want to do is choose the algorithm. So what I'm going to choose with my algorithm is I'm going to go into 50. Let's go halfway. As you can see, with 50, that's giving me $33 here, $11.05 here as a budget, and 57. So I'm still well within my budget of $100. So I can play with the algorithm to see if I can increase this number, but remember, I still want to stay within my budget. So we have 297. So let's try 60, algorithm 60. I've lost money there, you see, it's gone down. So let's try the other way, algorithm 40, 309. Okay, let's check my budget, 35, 11, 56. Yeah, let's try going down a little bit further. No, so I'm going to stick with 40. Okay, I'm going to stick with 40. So now all I do, once I'm happy with the formula, I click select. So you'll be given a pop-up like this. At the top here, there's a box for you to write the name. But I like to write the name of the stats. I like to put figures in there of what I'm choosing. So I'm going to come back to the name in a moment. Then this next section is if I want to start my bot immediately or I want to start it at a time in the future. Well, I'm going to start this bot immediately. I'm going to change this from demo to live. Of course, you will be doing it on demo mode at the moment. I'm not going to touch the strategy because we've already tested that. What I'm going to do here is say how long I want the bot to run for. So I'm going to put 72 in there. I'm not going to touch the algorithm and I'm not going to touch the formula. Here I've got my budget and I want to put in a profit target. So I'm going to put a profit target of $20. That will open up the smart compound. I'm going to leave that ticked, okay? I'm going to explain to you in another video how the smart compound works. Now the next box is the stop loss level. So let's have a look what we got here. So we got from 5% down to 80%. So I'm going to choose 50. Now what that does is once the robot gets to a profit of $20, it will then use 50% of that money to carry on trading. So if I was to choose 5%, once it got to $20, it would use 5% of that money to carry on trading. Now, unless you've got a high figure in here, so if I had 2,000 in there or 200 in there, then I could choose a lower percentage. But because I've only got a low figure of 20, I want the bot to still be able to trade. So I'm going to say 50%. So I would recommend, if you've got a low figure, to go to 50% or above. So now we come to the Bollinger Band settings. Now, our robot just run its calculation on the following settings. So those settings are in there by default. Now you can, if you want to be a bit more less risky, you could change this number from 15 to 20, and you could change this number from 175 to 2. That makes it less risky. If you're a bit more of a risky person, then you can put it back to 15 and 175, what it was already set at. So now I'm going to come back to my name, and I'm going to put in here 20, then a dash, then 2, then a dash, and then 50%. So I now know when I look at the name of this bot that I've got my Bollinger Band set at 20 and 2, and I've got my stop loss level set at 50%. So I'm now going to click Start the Bot. You'll get this pop up to say that your bot is running. You click OK. That will bring you back to this screen. So now what the robot's going to do is to monitor that chart and see when it's best for the bot to make the first trade. Now, I just want to say to you that I've made this video as an example to show you how to set up a bot by analysing what's inside the calculator, and also by looking at the charts themselves. I'm not saying that you should do the exact pair that I've chosen, okay? Because those charts may have changed. So please don't take this as a recommendation. I'm just purely showing you what you need to do to set up your bot. Please do your own due diligence, trade responsibly, and only trade with money that you can afford to lose. I'll see you in another video. Bye now.